Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. Season 2, Resurrection. Yes folks, Season 2 is indeed with us and it's entitled Resurrection, and what a Season 2 it is. Although all this has happened before and will happen again, there is an element of repeatability in what you have to do in any RTS game. Deadlock is pretty much the same as well with this. We're going to talk about Mission 4 of the campaign now, which is all about rescuing a doctor, a terraforming doctor who's been studying the original Kobold terraforming. Cylons have got other plans. Let's check it out. So here we go in the CIC. Let's hear the update.
After what happened at Palace,
on the
Ministry
Kobolform.
thinks Lachesis will take another shot at ecology-scale warfare. That scenario falls way outside of anyone's know-how around here, so we're going to recruit the best in the field. You'll have heard of Piotr Magnus, but maybe not as much about his employer. The Aspis Foundation holds the only dataset that survived the original Kobolforming operations. They run a tight interference on anyone trying to revive the market. So, our boy Piotr is the head of the class when it comes to knowing how to make a planet habitable. Dr. Magnus is currently at Aquaria for some academic summit. Nash wants to bring him in and see if he's got any ideas on where Lachesis will hit next. We probably don't need to jump the whole fleet for this, but hey, nothing like a personal Battlestar escort to convince the civvies to play along.
So there you have it. The plan is we're going to send a Raptor team over to that station in the top right hand side. Lots of Cylon marks in the area. We've got Galactica, we've got another Jupiter 2 class ship as well. Our Raptor squadron is going to fly over, search for the Doctor, extract him, bring him back. That's going to give us important intel, we hope, on what the Cylons are doing.
Sergeant, prepare a fire team to infiltrate the station and extract Dr. Magnus. We'll deal with the Cylon ships up here.
Sir, yes sir.
Right, so the Marines are ploughing over there. There's our big Jupiter 2 class ship. Ooh, I love it, I do. And we've got two of those. We've also got a Minotaur gunship as well, and an Artemis. Artemis being the old Lorne Green Adama era from the 1970s, the original series, and not the ROM or envisioning. Right, okay. So, we've got to also prevent that station from being destroyed as well. So we're going to get straight in. We're going to use some multi-select. We're going to launch some Vipers, and we are going to start concentrating fire on some of the ships that are the closest to that station. Now, of course, we've got our abilities. We're going to select our Raptor squadron and get them straight over to that summit station, where there's been a summit being held on climate change. Now, in the previous mission, Phallus, we saw Doc Cottle and his medical team race over to save a population in biodomes where the Cylons had been poisoning the air, taking the real sort of necessary of life out of them. If they can't win with bullets, poison the air, chemical warfare. So we're going to send our people over there to go and get this doctor who has been studying the original method of how Kobold was terraformed, and bring him back and hopefully get some insight. So we're going to board the station with our Raptors and not allow the station to be destroyed. So we've got to start taking out Cylons pretty damn quick. So straight off the bat, we're going to start targeting that big old Cylon by there. Look at that. We're going to focus our fire. We're going to get some missiles. We're going to launch those missiles and we're going to take him right out.
Yes, Commander.
Now this is the main part of the battle group I'm directing towards these ships here, where I've got the other Jupiter class Battlestar will be over there holding off the rest with flak and missiles and guns and its fighter screen. That's my plan anyway. We're going to try and take out all of those. We're going to start laying down some missile fire to the left side of the battlefield, while our heavy hitters move in and start taking out the Cylon threat. So far, so good. We've got our missiles going in, we've got the big guns going in. that Cylon's not going to last long. We got our entire fighter squadron. The Cerates. I mean, it's a big old ship, and it's armed with missiles as well. So far, so good. Now, if you've only done so and you've been liking to see all the videos of Battlestar Galactica Deadlock and the previous downloads, check out my channel on YouTube, like and subscribe, and hit that notification icon. Never know, might find something you like. So that's one Cylon ship down. Time to turn our focus now on the others. We've got Cylons who have boarded the Galactica. Always a bad thing.
So far. Not many civs around either. I assume most are hiding.
Any sign of Dr. Magnus?
Not yet. I'll call in when I've made contact with the primary.
Our Marines are on the station. They're looking for the Doctor, the primary target. Now the ship on the left-hand side of the screen, the Jupiter 2 class Battlestar, is doing a good job with its fighter screen of taking out some of the smaller Cylon vessels. I'm going to change focus for the main battle group of 3 ships now and move and start to take out some of the others. Although it's worthwhile noting that that one Jupiter 2 Battlestar is going to have to take a bit of a pounding. Now, fortunately, the main battle group is able to swing around and take out some of the Cylons. It's not that much of a hassle. Still some big ships as well to start ruining my day, shall we say. But I think a good missile salvo now from the main group is going to help sort that out as well. Take out the bigger ships, and then we can just start to mop up the smaller ships as and when. And all we got to do now is wait for the Marines to locate Dr. Magnus, the terraformer, on that station without that station being destroyed. So it's probably a good thing as well to have a Viper screen out there, taking out any missiles, and have the ability to shoot some flak out as well to try and deflect any munitions coming from the Cylons.
Galactica Actual, Strike 1. I've found the primary. He's dead.
So they already got what they needed from him.
Unlikely. It appears the doctor died resisting. I've got eyes on a couple of tangos herding a group to the far docking bay. We're moving to engage.
Okay, so the guy, Dr. Magnus, is dead. So all we have to do now is wait for the Marines to secure that station and allow the station to be destroyed. So we've got to get some survivors off as well. Got to get rid of some of those Cylon raiders that are still floating around and make sure our turrets are focused on some of the other ships that could really launch more fighters and really spoil our day. Again, mopping up those raider squadrons as well. Okay. I think we're all in position. Fire is all focused. End that turn. Let's see what happens. So we should take out that ship quite easily. That Minotaur should go quite easily. Especially from the guns from that.
Sergeant.
All hostiles neutralized. Redirecting hostages from the bay and confirming IDs.
Climate specialists?
No, they're theologians.
Okay. Bit of story has gone through now. So the station seems to be secured. The idea is now is to get the ships in, get the Marines out, eliminate all the hostile forces and Cylons in the area so all the civilians can then be evacuated. So only a few Cylon marks left on the map now. I think some of the big guns here are going to make short work of them. Just try and change the elevation of that Minotaur now. Take out that Ceratus. He's gone. There's an Arachne to the left hand side.
So say we all.
Get the big guns from the Minotaur against some of the fleeing ships. That one's destroyed. All guns to focus now on the Revenant.
So say we all.
And let's just take it out. And that will then be the end of this particular mission. All in all, an easier mission. Much easier than the Kotl mission that preceded this one. The taking out all hostile forces, you know where you stand. Sometimes you've got to do certain things in a certain way. You've got to recall your raptors. You've got to send your raptors. All this sort of stuff is open to interpretation. And it's down to a learning curve to knowing what you're doing. When you're just destroying ships in a mission like this and protecting a base, you know where you stand. If the base gets destroyed, you've had it. Last ship now to mop up. But all in all, quite a straightforward mission. Nothing too heavy. There's a ship over there that's taking a bit of a pasting. One salvo from one of our bigger ships, and it's going to be gone.
Got it. Minotaur is taking damage.
There you go, big guns brought to bear. Destroyed. End of mission. We're going to watch the FMV sequence now. I'll be quiet. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already done so.
What were the Cylons going to do with a bunch of religious academics?
While killing the definitive expert on atmospheric stabilization. Something doesn't add up.
Not the time to speculate. Have fleet clean up and prepare evac for all civilians still on the station. We need to deliver some good news for the press tomorrow.
Escort clearance,